As soon as ngiphuma ngegate, there was a car standing, ne? Bokunemoto emile lapha. So I started to walk. And then mangithi ngijika ngekhona, two guys came out of the car. One komba ngesibam. They like get inside. Or they took me to Jabulani Hostel. So basically he told me, Uguti, I want you to call your parents and tell them, Uguti, sifuna 20,000. I don't know. I wanted to run away because I think I'm gonna die. So mangithi ngiyabaleka bangibamba.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good, and yourself?
I'm good. Good to see you, eh? Yeah. Tell me about yourself. Where are you from?
So I'm Kamu Mokgakgabe, all the way from Soweto at Snake Park. I'm more extrovert. I describe myself as a strong character.
Yeah.
After what I've went through, like, I never thought I was actually gonna survive. It was like so bad.
That was crazy, eh?
Yeah.
I'm looking at you and I see an MC. Are you a club MC?
No.
Are you not that kind of a person?
I wish to be.
What do you do?
I'm currently doing matric.
Oh, is it? Oh, are you not a dancer by chance?
I do dance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you look like a dancer. Something in the entertainment industry.
Yeah, I do dance.
Yeah. Anyway, let's talk about why you're here. A lot has happened to you.
Oh my God.
Traumatic, eh?
It was bad. I was like, I think, like, it's even hard to even describe how I was feeling after what I've went through. Like, I never thought I was actually going to survive. Even when I went to the hospital after the trauma, I never thought everything was actually going to be normal. I never thought I was going to be a normal person again.
Let's take it back a little bit. You grew up in Soweto. How was it like growing up in Soweto?
I think Soweto was actually a fine place, but because of how I describe myself, I'm actually like homosexual. So like it's very hard sometimes. People, when they see you, they say whatever, you understand? And sometimes you have to try to adjust even how you dress, how you speak to people. It's not that easy and one thing about me, if something, for example, if I'm not how can I describe it? Like if someone does something to me, like he says something bad, I'm going to be okay during that time. But as soon as I'm alone, this thing comes and I'm start thinking about it. Because I even tried committing suicide. But I was like, I told my parents because they're really supportive and they did try to get me somebody. But after this accident, I never thought I was actually going to be fine.
Yeah. You spoke about it. It's not so easy living as a homosexual person in Soweto.
It's really not so easy because mostly I would say the Zulu guys. One thing about me, like Zulu guys, those people, I don't want them till today. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I have trauma or something like that. But they can't accept you basically. But Tobacco Soweto, they can't. Most of them. They just want to see you with that. So
did you not think of maybe I need to leave this township?
I really want to leave that place. Like I'm even pushing myself, after the matric, I want to go to varsity and study and just leave that area. It's not a good place to be.
You know, I spoke to a couple of people who stays in Soweto. Some of them have been kidnapped. Some of them have been raped. But when I heard about your story, it was a bit different. But just tell me about it. What actually happened? Let's take it from the top, actually from the bottom. On that day, what were you planning to do and what happened exactly?
So during the day, I was currently writing my exams. So I was communicating with my friend, Ngambuzu Guti, what time can I come? Because he wanted me to help with some work. So I was like, as soon as I'm done studying, I'll pull up. And then I'm like, okay, later on. So I was communicating with this guy. So there is the app that is called Grindr.
Okay.
So people were talking about it, like my friends. And girl, when you have gay friends, like they talk about that app.
What is the app about?
It's basically, it's full of people that are homosexual. You see, like you get those people. So I downloaded the app and I was getting a lot of messages from different people. And some other people, they just send different pictures, like they send nudes, you see, those type of things. And I was like, this is not for me. But this one guy texted me and he's like, can I please have your numbers? But I was like, I'm not comfortable for me to give you my numbers. It's better I give you my IG handle, then we're going to communicate there.
So this guy sent you an inbox,
Yes,
basically.
yes.
So this platform, it's like a social media platform, like your Facebook.
Yes, it's
and,
like, I think it's because of it's hard, as a homosexual, it's hard to get like boyfriends and stuff like that. So now most of the people that are introverts, like they hide themselves, they text us there and they like, can you please pull up or can we go on a date, you see? So I was talking to this guy and this guy was like, can I please have your IG handle? I gave him, and then we started communicating. So he kept on asking me personal questions like, where do you stay? Snake Park, where ngakuphi? Like stuff like that. Kanti I don't know, ukuthi lo muntu lo, he actually want to know about me because he wants to try and do something. Then after that, and most of the times, he won't answer the call. Video call, he won't. He just wants us to communicate. And I don't know why lo muntu lo bekangafuni ukuthi like video call or call. And he would send his pictures. Basically, ungikhetfishile lo muntu because of its different pictures. Lo muntu lo bengimbone lapha, it's a different person. And then later on that day, I decided to go to my friend. So I'm texting him, I'm leaving the house. I'm going to my friend's place to help. He's like, okay. Oh, I told him, as soon as ngiphuma gate, there was a car standing. Ne? So I started to walk. And then mangithi ngijika corner. Two guys came out of the car. One spam. They like get inside. And I'm like, what? What's going on? And during that time, I'm still confused. I'm like, what the hell is happening? I got inside the car. Or they took me to Jabulani Hostel. So masifike Jabulani Hostel, these two guys, bang bambe, the other one ang bambe this side, nomunyang bambe this side. We got inside. So it was still sadlula flat, but we got inside deep pants where nobody can find that place. If you don't know that place, you will never get it. Like anyeke. We got there, masifika, bavula umnyango. So mabavula, kunogogo ohleli, like uhleli lapha ekhoneni, like uyambona ukuthi lo muntu lo ngathi akekho right. I get inside, they lock vacuum yango, they take me to a room. And when they take me into a room, they like, so Tina siyasebenza la. We do this to people about homosexual. So basically he told me, Uguti, I want you to call your parents and tell them, Uguti, sifuna 20,000. And if you're not giving us this money, if abas nigezi before 10 o'clock, because I'm a penka yavala, we don't have any choice but to take you to Nigerian guys. I'm like, what? They said I must open my phone by calling an app. So I had 500. Bahamba bayoyikhipha leyo mali leyo. Mabayikhipha leyo, oyi-1 wahamba wayoyikhipha imali. And then ngasala nalo bengicommunicator naye. And then he's like, we're going to call your parents and you're going to tell them ukuthi basinikeze imali so bang handcuff, right? And then I don't know, I wanted to run away because I think I'm going to die. So mangithi ngiyabaleka bang bamba. They started beating me up. I'm starting to bleed. Like it was so bad. Started to bleed. And then after that, baboni ukuthi ngiba weak. Then they're like, we're gonna call. So when I call my mother, my mama penduli call Magati. He sees that I'm actually kidnapped.
So this is a video call.
It's a video call. I'm like, Mama, labantu laba bathi bafuna imali yesona, and if I told it before 10 o'clock, they actually gonna kill me or take me to Nigerian guys. My mom, she's shocked. I can't believe it. What's happening? They ran by a police station. Mama fike police station. The police were like, I think these people, if bebafuna ukubulala ukam, ngaba kudala bambulalela, but now they're demanding money. They want money in order for ukuthi banglet. And you will never know ukuthi after sending this money, what if I'm never returning? You see, so what's the use of bona ukuthi basend imali? And then amaphoyisa batshela ukuthi you guys should just switch off phone, like cimana phone, so that labantu laba bangani-pressurize and stuff like that. And then at 10 o'clock, abasaphendula phone, they're starting to beat me up. And they were playing music. So they're playing music so that umuntu ongaphandle angazi ukuthi what's happening inside. They started to beat me up. Then after lapho, bangihlalisa phansi. And then they took a blanket. Bangvala ngayo. Like I was sitting down. Bangvala nge-blanket. Then ngazwa ubushikishika, ngazi what they were actually doing. Angazi bebayenzani. But kunentombazane lapho. There was a girl. This girl, uyabuza ukuthi ubani lo? And this guy is being aggressive. Stop question lawa. Stop asking me those questions and just sleep. They were doing whatever in the room. They were doing whatever. I hear sounds. And during that time, I think, bangibopha na futhi. Because bangibophe inyawo nezandla. Bangihindcuffile. Then enyaweni bangibopha ngedradi. Idradi bangibopha nje inyawo zami. Because babonile ukuthi I wanted to escape. And then ngahlala until ekseni mangivuka, they were like, open your phone, sifuna ukuchecka mangithi isahamba one take. Yabahlanyisa lento leyo because they still want the money. But then they decided ukuthi yazi sizovele sithengise le phone yakho. I was using an iPhone 11. They were like, we're just going to sell this phone, then sizo decide ukuthi thina sifuna ukuyenzani ngawe. Then this guy went wayejuza, I think, and then he came back. Lapho I'm weak. My hands are swollen. Like I can't do anything now. And in Jengoba, I was sitting in a room. That other side, at dining room, they were chilling. There were guys, Bazalama dies, Zulu chants. Bazalama dies, lo upizuyeza game. And then he was like to me, we're gonna buy you food and you have to eat. Yo, wagletu lukai. And then wagbega, I'm telling you, I'm not hungry. Yo, wankaba. Like he kicked me in my face. He was like, ayikho lento le uzodla. I eventually ngadla kancane, and then after that, ngiyeke lapho mangithi ngiyazibheka blood. And then I think around 12, they told me, okay, sikuthengisa ifoni yakho and nothing is happening, so I think we're gonna take you back again, uzobuyela kini. So nami sengiyabatshela ukuthi it's fine, even if I can walk, it's okay. But I just want to be whole.
So they're no longer taking you to the Nigerians anymore?
They're no more taking me to Nigerians. Probably maybe they were lying or what. And then we're going to request then that Uber sizokutshela ukuthi sishinda and so. And Uber lab ayingishiyanga la ngihlala khona. It left me a bridge nje. There's this other bridge just phambi, but it's a walking distance. Bangishiya lapho. Uber driver. Yafika lapho to that place ingenile idlulile nje yamahashahasha baze bafika lapha bafika. This guy told me ukuthi ubi ngaphandle. So when I stood up, I can't walk. So ngiyamtshela ukuthi I can't walk. He's like, ayikho into engizoyenza. So ufuna uyenza ufuna ukuhlala la. I'm like, what? So I tried walking. Mangithi ngiyaphuma. This guy's bangibheke bonke because my eye was even red.
Sure. Within the hostel.
Yeah. I was blood all over. Like, mangifika, that Uber driver, the way began picking a con. And I think the Uber driver basebenzisana naye. Because it's not possible ukuthi wena wenza into esona macede ungishinda wena so then uyahamba ucommunicate nalabantu lapha. So I think usebenza naye this person. After that, this Uber driver wangishiya kuleyo ndawo le mase kangishiya. Now I'm starting to cry. Because I didn't believe ukuthi ngizosurvive. I thought vele I'm gonna die. Because I did even see a knife. I did see a gun. So I never thought I was actually gonna survive. Then, Mases Figa Ulea Bridge, this guy was like, Puma. He said that to me. He was like, Puma. And I had to go out. And he was so calm. He was like, go out. I went out. And then before starting to walk, because I was like, yo, I'm still gonna walk. I think it's walk about 10 minutes, so let me sit down. Then mangleli, this other girl, I think being funda naye. Yeah. Alula, atikamu, what are you doing here? Then I'm starting to become emotional. Wangithatha, wangisa endlini. Mase ngifika endlini, yo, it was like a funeral. Like they banga believe nokuthi nje ngizobuya. Then they took me bangisa eLento, a police station. Then a police station kavulwa case and stuff like that. Then they took me to the hospital. Then esibhedlela ngahlala. They had to book me therapist, psychiatrist. It was just bad. And I was writing on a Monday. So they took me on a Saturday and I was writing on a Monday.
When did this happen? Because you mentioned that you're doing matric.
It happened on the night of November 2024.
2024, last year. Sure. Crazy, eh?
So
it messed up your December, eh?
Yo, it was so bad. It was so bad because I was even wearing inwele. That guy was like, he took even my hair. I was bad. Then esibhedlela doctor and stuff like that.
When you look at these guys, how old are they?
These people look like 30 lap.
Like late 30s?
Yeah.
Early 30s.
Abobaba. And lo muntu lo bekangafakanga ni mask. So if ngiyambheka, bekangafuna ukuthi ngimbheke. Mangimbheka he like uyangikhaba. He didn't want me ukuthi ngimbheke ebusweni.
If we would go to Soweto now, maybe in Jabulani Mall, and we would bump into this person, you'd be able
okay, ngizokwazi ukumbona, but like bengakhona ukuthi like ngihlala isikhathi eside ngimbheke. So he wanted me to face down. And then njengoba ngibhizi face it down, I'm bleeding because bangishayile. So I was trying to bebangafuna ukuthi ngibhodle. Mabangphuzisa amanzi, they take a jug and bangithela ngayo so like they not allowing me to drink water. So mina ngambona that guy.
So you spoke about catfishing. Obviously you were on a certain platform. And I'm trying to understand, how did these guys actually know where you stay? Did you end up maybe
I think
by
the
chance?
problem was when this guy kept on asking me ukuthi uhlala Snake Park ngakuphi ngestrate siphi. You see?
Did you tell him though?
Yeah, I was telling him.
Sure.
Like I don't know, like he was angazi ukuthi bengivaleke ingqondo or what was happening, but whatever he was asking me, I need to ask ukuthi when you're getting to know somebody, like he's starting to question you, but he was going too deep without me realizing.
And now you told him because, I mean, like, here's a guy who's...
Yeah, and I think 1 hour before leaving to my friend's place, I did tell him, and go to this person, to my friend. And he was like, okay, fine. So this is a trap.
Sure.
So it was like that. Oh.
And they're probably not doing this thing for the first time with you.
They're not. And they did even tell me, now we work. We booked it. Sisebenza all over. And you never know ukuthi mina ngihlala kuphi. You will never know.
So you're telling me that these guys book a place?
Book a place. I think for ukuthi mina ngibona ugogo, it showed me something ukuthi lo gogo lo ukuthi bamtshela ukuthi wena sifuna ukusebenzisa le ndawo le for our work. Because lo gogo looked very emotional, bekahlele khoneni, very confused, yabo? And noma ngena nami I started to question ukuthi lo muntu lo ufunani la. So I think that's why.
And also, why is she not helping you?
Yeah. So they book places. They go all over. All over.
This thing happened in 2024, November.
2024.
No way, Gam.
No.
No way, Gam. So did you try to go to the police, maybe drive with you there, so that
no,
you can...
I don't think I'm a person who to that place because I already had trauma and stuff like that, you see. But they kept on asking me Gusinda yakona injani and stuff like that. But like now I'm a poisa, I don't understand because they just bangbuza uzi what happened then and stuff like that. I kept on ngabajeling day one jalo bangibuzing day one ganing. So I was like, this case is not working for me. Now I need to focus on my mental health and fix. Because being eco-rights, every time when I close my eyes, I see what was actually happening. I dream it. Like everywhere I go. Even if it can stop out of the blue, I just felt some type of way because I have trauma.
Because that was going to be my follow-up question. How were you able to, sort of deal with the trauma? Because November and then December, people are having fun, but when you were...
It was really not easy,
Yeah.
but I did find a good psychology. Like, it
Okay.
was so good. I did try to attend, like, near my gym, like go for gym, exercise, jog. But I was not jogging alone, obviously. You see, just to work on myself. And I would say it really did take time, but... And it was so hard because I had to focus on my exams. I had to deal with my... So every time every time I had to go to the hospital. Every time.
Yeah, but you did well. I mean, like, look at you now. You're able to smile. You're doing metric, and you're gonna write.
And I think the more I talk about it, the more I become better. Like, now it's even like a bit of a joke. You see, when you talk to your friend, mzala, walahleka phela wena.
How's your mom?
My mom. I think the problem about my mom, she doesn't show her emotions. Agabonisi, if she's going through something, she doesn't show. Like, because Bati, during that time when I was lost, people were crying. Some of the other people were crying with you, but my mom was just like, we need to deal with this. Stuff like that. She was able to be brave. Because a time when they call her first, she was just like, and then why drop call. You see, so I know my mom describe it as a strong character because I got my emotions like so. She doesn't show.
Do you feel safe now in Soweto?
I wouldn't say I feel safe, but then I avoid going to places where are a bit dangerous. You see, I just go to places where, and I don't go during the night. Like,
at all. Yeah.
I go probably maybe if I want to go to Groove, I go with my sisters or cousin or friends. But nje.
And I'm sure when you're in Groove, at Groove, you sort of like careful. I'm
very careful. Like, even if a guy could come to you, afuna ukhuluma nami, feel some type of way now, and then angibuze ukuthi what's wrong? It's nothing. Maybe it's because of what I've went through and stuff like that. But nje, boys in front of me now.
Jeez, man. I wanted to ask you that, do you think people like yourselves, who are homosexual, they find it easy to maneuver? Because it seems like you guys are becoming a target.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's because of Mina. I won't lie. I used to like boys so bad. Like, every time when I communicate with a guy or something like that, even at school, that was me. You understand? So I think baboni lokuthi labantu laba, they actually like boys. So sizotageta bona. You understand? So I think that's why.
Crazy, man, because I mean, like, they wanted 20,000. I wonder, like, how much these people they make in a month. Probably, maybe every week, they kidnap.
And then the sad part is that I'm told, because if there was this other bengi begile omunya khuluma ukuthi naye beka involved ku grinder ayohlangana nomuntu, and then bamenza into so naye. So I don't know why would they do something like that? And it's bonke boka Zulu labaya bonke. Excuse me. Zulu chants.
Is that why you don't like the?
Yo, it's hard. Like, it's so hard for me.
What tribe are you? What tribe are you? What culture are you?
I'm Tswana.
Oh, you're Tswana. Because since you stay in Joburg, like, I'm sure at some point you're gonna get into a taxi, so you're gonna hear the...
True.
Yeah.
True. Nalama Uber visa sometimes, but so thin.
Yeah. Jeez, man, like, it's crazy, man. But they didn't do anything.
No, they didn't do anything to me. They were just beating me up, just saying all those bad things. And this other gent was like, "Mamako, akakuthandi wena." I think he's referring because of bathe bacima my phone. You see, because of even there was a different, he was gonna panic. I can look send him. So these people are just like, no mama kakaktandi. So no one is nathi.
That was crazy. It was insane. But shout out to you. You were able to come back.
Yeah.
I mean, now you speak about it, it's like a joke to you, but it's not a joke.
It's not. Hey, it's not. Sometimes I think about it. Like, I think before starting my prelims, I was sitting in bed and this thing just came automatically in my head and I started to think about it. I'm like, yo, did I really pass that stage? And I'm still asking myself, am I really fine? Like, I always ask myself, am I fine? And sometimes as a person, when you grow, you go through emotions. You see, like sometimes you're not okay and some other people will never understand. But Mineami, boga my emotions, and then it's this thing. So it becomes bad. Understand? No mainly nibang chica, like when they're shouting at me, no kamu, so if I have to do my chores and then I become angry, then iyabuya le nto leya. Uthi no labantu laba shukuthi ababona ukuthi ngibuya kutrauma abangizweli kanti. See?
With this whole thing happening, did it not teach you a lesson? Maybe you should dim down a little bit on boys.
No, it did teach me a lesson. Ukuthi no matter how much you communicate with the guy, I think it's not important ukuthi umtshele every detail about yourself. You must never. And even a place that you guys link up, it should be a place where it's safe.
Public.
You see?
Yeah.
And you see megangane naguma dinner dates for first meetup. Let's try a mini during the day, a busy day, go to a place.
But what pushes a person to want to go there, even if you don't know that person? Like, what pushes you? Because you've been speaking to this person.
I think I indicated about me liking boys. I think I would link up with guys from my school, you see. But bebahlala evikborti abanye. Like, I would try to link up with them, you see, like bangitshele ukuthi we're going to our party, you see, ngihlangane nabo. But this one was different because of now akusaso umuntu ofundayo. It's someone who is old, you understand. So I'm starting to question myself, ukuthi should I try it? You see? Like taking decisions where like ungacabangi nokucabanga ukuthi should I link up with this guy? Yabo.
So I actually didn't think that people do this in the township, until I spoke to a couple of people on the podcast that, oh snap, actually in the township, people kidnap one another and they demand ransom, like 10,000 or 20,000. I mean, like these guys, I'm sure, and then this is wrong, I'm sure they make probably 100,000 in a month or 80,000.
People,
because they just sort of research who you are. And then if maybe they see that then they're gonna
because he started to question me about mama kusebenza kanjani.
Imagine
ubaba akho wenzani. He started to question me those ngizwe ukuthi lo muntu lo singenaphi manje lapho, because now we focusing on me manje mina ngenaphi, you see.
So they sort of like gather information so that they can use it against you.
Attack.
That is crazy, eh? That is crazy.
And I was so disappointed. I think any footing thing in the West is because of I was disappointed in myself. Ukuthi, why will I come? Why lo muntu lo ngimiphe attention engaka? Ngize ngimupha ama details angaka about myself. Waze wangithola nokungithola. So I think also I was disappointed about that. And I didn't tell my parents ukuthi lo muntu lo being communicator naye through ngimthole iGrind and then sa communicate on Instagram. I just told them ukuthi bengiphuma ngiyosiza umnganami, then mangijika ngekhona, then these people attacked me. You see, I didn't say it clearly because I felt like my mom was going to be like, shukuthi all of this uziyenzile. You see, and even if angayibheka nale podcast, I guess sekazobona manje the real truth.
So you haven't told her ever till this day. So she's gonna find out from this podcast. Come on. Why would you do that? You need to tell her, man. You need to tell her. I know she's gonna shout at you, but you know, which means you may probably
So
have.
it's a good idea to see him jealous today.
Yeah, please. As soon as we're done here, please
Okay.
speak to her.
Because I did tell her that I'm going to a podcast and stuff like that. She's like,
Yeah.
oh, okay. You're gonna talk about your story. And there's something in my mind that keeps on telling me, no, Gamu, you need to say the full truth. It's what happened. You understand? So I think I'm jealous today, and some other people also. No kokwami. My granny started to blame some other people abanga around that area. Maybe labantu lava kambagenze trap bakbona ukuthi uphumile and stuff like that. You see, now he's starting to blame some other people. You see, but we show endlini, not good we show to the we are sure good to know kamlo muntu lo uyenze sona so.
So uchike corner, right?
Okay.
And then what car were they driving?
They were driving a black Toyota.
Do you know maybe the model by chance, or maybe you're not into cars that well?
I'm not into cars.
So they were driving a Toyota.
A black, and it is scrap imoto yakhona. Scrap. So nje uyabona nje ngathi imoto lezi nje ezase scrap yard.
So it was two of them.
Bebayi-2. And bebahleli boyi-2 phambili. And then mabaphuma owanama ngapha lo munye uphethe isibhamu.
What's in it,
Once you get inside the car.
So I was wrong. They just pointed at
that time ngizwe nje into la ekhanda lami and bengifuna ukujika obviously ukuthi wayenza lento le and then wangizama ukungibhekisa to this direction ukuthi abheki. Then I got inside the car. Then isibhamu sila. So I can't ukuthi mangithi ngiyaphuma la ngizowa and then ukhiwe la. Then he just yangidubula.
What were they saying in the car?
Nothing. Bathulile.
Kept quiet. And now you.
Bavele bathi the only thing that you have to do is cooperate. Because if I cooperate, you're gonna die. So I was like, what? Ngaba ngiphethe bag, box. I'm like, what's going on? Yeah.
What time was it?
It was around 7
p.m.
Yeah. And that place is very dangerous. Leia was that because of mangiphuma lapha emotweni, there were people there. Like it's normal. Kunabantu laphayana, they are not doing anything. Because I did want to say ukuthi ngicela usizo, but I couldn't because of this one is carrying a gun. Mabangangidubula lana, then what? So I was like, I just have to cooperate and do what they want me to do.
Yeah, I'm actually disappointed by the people in the township. I mean, like, it sort of seems like the township in Johannesburg.
They need to go.
They becoming like
and
small street.
Investigate that place.
True.
It's like, what's going on in this place?
But also they must help you. If they're seeing a car, somebody must take a number plate or something.
Yes.
Because it's in your township. I mean, those people, they know you. Imagine that place it's becoming like small street and you know, that what is that taxi rank in Joburg whereby people can mug you at like 11 a.m. in the morning.
But in Njengoba indicated also about Utiena, he doesn't stay there. He's just there to work. Do you think maybe no mama just not figure to that place? Somebody will tell us Uti they do something like this. Uti like kidnap abantu. Because these stories are in different places. You understand? Abanye bakhuluma ukuthi babayenza eSoweto but in a different area. You understand? So I think they're going to different places. Yeah.
You know what I think? Because Ute, this is our job. I think there are possibilities that these people have families and they also have kids. Because of course they beated you up.
Also, ukhuluma ngendaba yokuthi that time bekhuluma ngendaba yemali.
Yeah.
He was like, ingane ekhaya zizoba nemali impahla zeChristmas. He was talking something about that.
Yeah,
that time we must be this communicator. Ngendaba yemali.
And I also look at when you were kidnapped, November. So they were trying to put together some money for December.
So now, this time, it's can't so good to be busy. It's can't so good to be busy. Like,
I'm sure when it's November, you sort of get scared. Yeah.
Even that date, I will never forget. My granny keeps on reminding me of that day. With yoga.
So ugogo akazange yana kusize kancane ukubhekile nje.
Ubani?
The one that you.
Yo, azange ngisambone. Cause that time bengirasa, no one came. That's why I decided nokudlala music because I was bengirasa kakhulu. Isitswebhu ngisizwe ngalabantu labaya mina.
Crazy, man. I'm sorry, man, about what happened to you, eh? Yeah, I'm really, really sorry. What would you say to, young people like yourself who are staying in Soweto and they think, that's not possible? And I'm really, really sure that there are people that may watch this.
No, some other people would think ukuthi kidnapping, it's not like something eyenzakalayo njalo, but it really happened. I don't want to lie to you guys. It's really happening. And sometimes you just have to listen to your gut. I think sometimes it's important to listen to your gut or ask abantu. You see, also when you communicate with somebody or just a person not close na ukuthi, do you think it's a good decision? Because sometimes we take decision without thinking ukuthi izosifaka enkingeni.
That's kind of
so they must just be aware about these things happen. Like, trust me, these things happen.
Yeah. Okay, let's stop talking about the bad stuff. So you're writing your exams at the moment?
Yeah.
Have you started?
Yeah, I've started.
Okay. Where do you want to go next year? Varsity?
I really want to go to Cape Town or UP.
University of Pretoria.
Yeah.
What do you want to study there?
I want to study nursing.
Okay. Why nursing?
I think I do have love for people, and also umuntu makathu a problem, I always want to understand what's the problem to deal with it. Like, we solve that problem. And I really like, from the youngest age, working with doctors. Such an amazing thing. And then as a hobby, dancing. I see myself in those events, performing, you see.
Why not be a doctor once?
Yeah, I'm a subject thing. I'm a decision. You see through the process. Subjects are right, but as time goes, you have to decide it's not safe. So
yeah. At your high school, are you doing maths and science?
I'm doing maths lit, life science, history, and tourism.
Oh, okay. So are you gonna pull up or maybe get a distinction by any chance? Are you working towards that?
I really want to get a distinction, especially for life science. Like, I love life science.
Yeah. No, you're gonna do well, man. Probably next year, Jan, you're gonna pass with a B.
Yeah.
A, right? It's an A. Sorry. It's an A, bachelor's, right?
Yeah.
So you're gonna do very well, and I'm sure you're gonna get to UCT or University of Pretoria, or maybe you might end up in vets. Maybe you're not supposed to.
Yeah, and just move to that area.
But I'm sure you wanna leave Joburg. You're tired of this place.
I'm tired, and being independent, you see.
Yeah. No, thank you so much for coming through. Thank you for sharing your story. I really, really appreciate it a lot. Thank you.